So in the last video, I talked about meditation and consciousness. In this video, I'm going to talk about chakras and meditation. Chakras are our energy centers. We have 7 main ones. We actually have like 112, I think it is. We have all these small ones too, but we're going to focus on our 7 main chakras because they it's like, the way I think of it is like they have their own little consciousness, you know. One governs, you know, our stability and our, you know, safety, and that's our root chakra. And so I'm going to keep this really general, by the way, because I just want to basically illustrate why we should appreciate our chakras. So since this whole course is about energy and consciousness and vibration and you know, law of attraction and all that fun stuff, it's important to know a little bit about our chakras, our energy centers. And this ties in with meditation because one of my favorite meditations is a chakra clearing. It kind of helps us. Let's say, you know, one big one for me was my shriveled heart. You know, it's been broken so many times. Poor me. But we've all been there, you know, where it's like, oh. But here's the thing. With our heart chakra, not only so let's say it's contracted, right? It's not as expanded or aligned as it should be. What will happen is when it's closed off, you're actually also closing yourself off to opportunity. You're closing it off to abundance. You're closing it off to potential soulmates, to, you know, romantic or, you know, kindred spirits, you know, like that kind of thing. You're closing off to opportunities. You're less approachable, you know, and yeah, guilty. so when we start to this gives us it's wonderful because it gives us a tool through meditation and through Reiki. It gives us a tool to align and clear and expand our chakras and keep them real healthy. It's just like, you know, going to a chiropractor for your back. We want to keep that nice and straight, and, you know, so we don't get all wonky. And so when we think about our chakras and our energy centers, it's like they all have their own little separate consciousnesses, and they it's like they have their own little mind, and they're responsible for different things, and all the way down to on a cellular level. They're down to our different organs and different ways things are operating. So kind of like with acupuncture or acupressure, you know, certain areas are responsible for certain areas or organs in your body. And so anyway, real quick, the more we pay attention to, like, let's say so I talked about the heart already, but another big one is our anxiety and fear. That fear is one thing, by the way, with meditation that will come up. And this is so cool because that's one of our biggest blockages in life, right? Is fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of dying, fear of, you know, all these illusions. Really, it's just like whatever, you know. we get over it eventually. The more we follow this path, the more we just get over all those illusions. That's all they really are. But so fear and anxiety is housed in our root chakra, and that's the first chakra we're born with. So we're born with our root chakra. All the other ones develop over time. And so this one is responsible for our safety, our security. And so if that's too contracted or out of alignment, then of course we're always going to be anxious and fearful and worrisome about things. And usually things completely out of our control. So anyway, this is why I love Reiki, is because let's say someone is anxious all the time, but they can't even articulate why they are. Like, I can't put my finger on why I'm even anxious all the time. I don't know. It's probably because life happens and it got out of alignment. And so now this gives us amazing control because we can, with ourselves, just meditate and focus on it. Focus on expanding it, focus on aligning it. And then if you want to go to a Reiki practitioner, or I actually do distance Reiki and in person, we focus on that. We focus on realigning it and expanding it. And this is energy. It's all energy, right? Everything's energy. So the more we expand and align things, then our vibration, our frequency, everything else gets in alignment. And then we align with what we want in life. So talk about ultimate control, you know, like anything you could think of. So, your third eye is responsible for information and ultimate intelligence, and so is your crown chakra, and then your throat chakra. Throat chakra is huge. A lot of people, including myself, typically if your heart chakra is closed off, your throat chakra becomes closed off, because if you don't know what you want in your heart, then you can't articulate it. So the throat has a lot to do with listening, truly listening to what people are saying, and being able to communicate what you want, being assertive and asking for that raise and unapologetically. That's a nice, clear, healthy throat chakra. So it's almost like you have you're unlocking your superpowers. We all have them, and we all have them get wonky and things happen in our lives. And just like the alignment in your car, you accidentally hit a curb one day or a trash can and it gets you out of alignment. It just happens, but then realigning it, and then it's smooth sailing. So we want to treat our body really nicely. and what I did for a while is each week I would dedicate to a certain chakra, and each chakra is associated with a certain color and frequency. So this is where sound healing comes in. And so I think, let me see real quick. Hold on. Anywho, there's a chart. I don't have it. I know what I'll do. I'll include it in our documents. There's a chart, and it says it'll say which hertz we want our subconscious to be listening to, or we want to be listening to, in order to rebalance that chakra. So that's so cool. Talk about ultimate power, right? And then along with that, there's also different foods we should be having, and different chants we could do, or different octaves we could sing. That's where chanting comes in. I'm not a chanter myself, but maybe I should be. Maybe I should get more into that, like that's controlling different chakras. So there's different sounds, there's different foods, there's different colors to surround yourself in, there's different aromas, and this is where it gets real fun, because it's like if we pay attention to our chakras and our own energy and vibration, then it correlates with different things we surround ourselves with. So that's the sounds, our five senses, we wanted to pay attention to those things, and that they all have an association. And it is amazing how Reiki has really helped me just the last few months. I was curious about it because I know it's a therapy that can be used for people that have trouble articulating what's wrong with them, traumas that have happened in their life. And so no one really wants to talk about trauma, but it's something that should be honored. It should come out. It should dissolve. It should be alchemized, right? And so Reiki is a wonderful way to do that. It's to get down into our demons, and I call them demons just because those are the things that would come out when I would drink. When I used to drink, I would be consciously like, I'm fine, I'm in a great mood, and then I drink, and then it's like, that's something that wasn't addressed energetically. It was not. There was some sort of trauma or memory or something that was never honored and seen, and that's shadow work, and that's I'll get into that in another video. I'll do behavior shadow work. That sort of thing. This is how we start to address our shadow and start to really look at our subconscious triggers and things like that. Anyway, so back to chakras. They are amazing. They are there. There's also books about our chakras. There's so much. We're in the information era. I mean, what a time to be alive. I mean, like anything is available at our fingertips. All types of information to help us learn more, and that's what I really want to get into in week 3 and 4 is all about being a student of self. Study yourself. We are amazing creatures. Amazing creatures. I'll get into this with more in the mind this week, but Bob Proctor always says we have higher faculties that we aren't using anymore. That's what separates us from the animal kingdom, is our imagination, our intuition, our, I forget all the faculties right now, but this is what separates us, and we're not tapping into that. So this is what the challenge is all about, is tapping into those other higher faculties to really use our mind, all the way in our body. We have these wonderful built-in tools that we haven't really been, honoring or using for a while. So anyway, chakras, energy, vibration, meditation, consciousness, it's all kind of ties together. And so I suggest Reiki or chakra meditations. They really helped me helped me years ago. I was having nightmares, and I was given the advice to clear and align my chakras, and like magic, they went away. But it was because there was a shadow aspect of myself that wanted to address something that happened. Maybe I don't even know what it was, but the person that guided me through the meditation was saying that I want you to line up all the people that either you owe them an apology or they owe you an apology. And so I want you to look at each one. Of course, you're just imagining all of this, but each one, and look at them. And of course, you're not saying anything, but on a telepathic level, or however you want to do it, just send them love and receive love. And this is really cool because it's like, it's letting go of resentments. It's forgiveness. It's unconditional love. It's like, wow, there was this aspect of me that was still holding on to something that's so dumb, because our conscious mind will say, I'm over it, but our subconscious mind didn't let go of it. And so that's why we want to do this. This is inner work. And it's crazy how the more inner work we do, the more we let go of that baggage, the more we really, really start to vibrate high, really high. Forgiveness to yourself, for things that, you may have done, or it could be something you're ashamed of that no one even cares about, but that still needs to be addressed because it still keeps, in some way weighing you down. And so working with our chakras is a wonderful way to do inner work, and it just lighten. Sometimes we don't realize how heavy things are until we lighten it. And like, I have an extra pep in my step today, I'm a little lighter. Our vibration just went up a couple notches because we let something go, that's just not serving us anymore. So anyway, have fun with the chakras. And so real quick, we got our crown, we got our third eye, we got our throat, we got our heart, we got our solar plexus, we got our sacral. Did I mix those up? Solar plexus, sacral, and our root. So anyway, they all govern different aspects of ourselves, different organs, different thoughts, different ways of being, and our surroundings can really, really help get those in a healthy, more of a blossoming and aligned type of energy. So anyway, that's it for now. Enjoy. Bye.